Welcome to Aerial Photography Florida. Today we'll be using the map search function to look for historical aerial photographs of the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at the University of Florida. Let's begin by clicking on the Map Search tab at the top left-hand side of the page. The map which appears on screen shows Florida and other adjoining states in the southeast of the United States. In this tutorial, we want to try to zoom in on a specific location, the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Now, there are other ways of doing this which you can investigate in the other videos. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're actually going to physically zoom in on the map by double-clicking on the location that we're after. Now, of course, this requires you to know something of the geography of the state. For example, that Miami is down here, Tampa is here, for example, Tallahassee is up here. And of course, if your town is smaller, it may not be labelled as you see it here. Fortunately for us, though, our town of Gainesville, where the University of Florida is labelled. So let's zoom in on it. So simply hover over the Gainesville name there and double left click. The map changes, you're more zoomed in now, so it's almost exclusively Florida which appears on this map now. We still have Gainesville though, so we need to keep zooming in, double clicking each time, until we're fully zoomed in on Gainesville. Once we're there, we can say to ourselves, well, where is the next location that contains the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium? Where is it in Gainesville? And we know it's at the University of Florida, and we can locate the University of Florida here. So let's try double-clicking again. Okay. So now we have the whole of the university. Can we see it there? You may need to scroll around a bit, so to do so just hold the left mouse button and drag your mouse around, and can we see it? Where's the stadium? Ah, there it is. So we've located the stadium here, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, where the Gators play the football, and we need to mark that point in the map so that the computer knows that that's where it's searching for. And in order to do this, we go to press to select point here, and you'll see it changes colour and tells you to select a point on the map. And what we simply do is hover over the stadium here and press the left mouse button. And there you see that a pin has appeared in the stadium, and that's telling the computer that that's the location you're after. Having done that, you simply go and press search. Having clicked on search, we now see the aerial photographs or sets of photographs which correspond to our location on the map. So remember, we're looking at the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. What we have here is a list of all the aerial photographs that were taken over the years. If we look at the top of the list, we can see that the first flight took place in 1937. As we scroll down the list, we see the subsequent flights. So we have flights in 1949, 56, 61 and 68. So we can look at changes over time for a given location. In this example, we're going to look at flight 4F, which took place in 1949. So go to the hyperlink and left click. So we've selected flight 4F 1949, and the page which appears next is this map. Now this map shows the various photographs that were taken during the course of that flight. And these photographs are represented by these coloured boxes on the page, which we call tiles. The green tiles are the ones that contain the location we're looking for, the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. The blue tiles to the left are just other tiles, other photographs that were taken in the course of that flight, which may or may not be of interest to you. In our case, we're interested in the stadium, so one of these two green tiles is what we'll want to examine. So, simply make sure one of them is bold and left click to access the aerial photograph. This is the aerial photograph taken in 1949, which shows Gainesville, and we can see here the city outline of Gainesville. Now this red circle in the centre shows us the approximate location of the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. So we're going to want to zoom in on that to get a closer look And we could do that using these zoom buttons here, this plus zoom and minus zoom. So to zoom in, press the plus button. Now as you can see, the map zooms into the top left hand corner, but that's not a problem because we can recenter the map using the thumbnail bar up here. So simply find the area on the map you're interested in, and luckily it will be highlighted with a red circle, and just click on it, and that will mean that the map recenters over the red circle area, and as you can see it's more zoomed in. We can even zoom in further. So now that's much clearer. We're looking at the university area here, and you'll need to have a keen eye to look out for the features you're after. But if we zoom in once more, we can see here there's the stadium, and it doesn't quite look like the stadium does today. The stadium's got another end to it today, but of course this photograph was taken in 1949. So that's how to search for an aerial photograph and how to look for a specific feature on an aerial photograph.